Right. Yes. Oh, that's such a good point. It's like, yeah, they own the company that's taking part of the $24 as well, right? Like they own the company that makes the food and they only make $1 on for the grocery store, but how much do they make for the company who makes the food? It's a wonderful day in the homiehood, a wonderful day for a homie. Won't you be my homie to Taro?
First tonight, more on the grilling Canada's grocery store CEOs got in Ottawa, including from one federal leader. Normally, party leaders aren't present at parliamentary committees. However, NDP leader Jagmeet Singh made an exception, zeroing in on Loblaw's profits and forcing CEO Galen Weston to defend his company's business practices.
How much profit is too much profit?
We're a big company and the numbers are very large.
I hate his face. I hate Galen Weston. Does he not just have like a punchable face?
But it still translates right down to the bottom line at $1 per $25 of groceries.
We are
$1 for every $25 of groceries. But they're making record profits. How is it that they're making record profits? They'll say, oh, it's because we're selling so much lipstick during the pandemic when no one's going out.
actively losing money on core commodities, milk, vegetable oil, butter, certain cheeses, and all kinds of items in every day of the week. So we are working hard on behalf of Canadians.
You've still not been able to answer this basic question. Then when a family that's struggling right now looks at your profit, how much profit is too much profit? How much is enough? Like, you're making more than you've ever made ever. You've not contradicted that point because we know it's true.
Reasonable profitability is an important part of operating a successful business. I think at $1 out of 25.
Somebody think of the billionaires. Won't somebody think of the billionaires? They're cutting jobs and making profits.
Dollars of sales, that's reasonable profitability.
He is a member of one of the richest families in the country. CBC's Sarah Galashan was listening in. Sarah, the grocery giants were in the hot seat for more than 2 hours today. What did we learn?
We got their take on the rising price of food from the people who are essentially selling the food. They are seeing profits. They insist that that's not the result of gouging or greed, and that it's not something that is out of step from what should be considered normal. Loblaw CEO Galen Weston, you heard from him there. He's attributing the success to things like efficiencies, success in certain categories like cosmetics and cough and cold, and as well driving home that, repeating that analogy of the $1 per $25 basket of groceries. What he's saying here is that for a $25...
The thing is, they sell more than groceries, right? Like, that's part of the problem, though.
Basket of groceries, the grocery giant's seen only $1 of that being profit. You take away the profit, the groceries are still costing the consumer $24. And while in the last 18 months, he says the same amount of food is costing the consumer just under $4 more, the profit seen by the grocery chains is only really 13 cents. So that is not going up substantially, though you multiply 13 cents by enough times and it certainly can add up, as we've seen.
Yeah. $1 per $25. How many $25 per bill times how many bills per day times how many stores times 365 days? Yeah, that's the other thing. They make it sound like, oh, it's only $1 and $25. That to the average person is like, well, I can afford to pay $25 instead of $24. But I also have to spend, maybe $300 to $500 per month on groceries for myself and my partner. Yeah, right. So like, and then obviously that adds up. Yeah. So half the store is groceries, the rest is eye candy. Yeah, and they're banking plus credit card, right? Yeah, and they own like all the businesses, right? And that's the thing. It's like, I don't know. It's so frustrating. Like, they own Loblaws and No Frills and Independent and yada yada yada.
Look at the official numbers from Stats Can, and they do show the price of food from grocery stores up by 11% to January, while in other areas inflation.
Right. They also don't say how much. Right. Yes. Oh, that's such a good point. It's like, yeah. They own the company that's taking part of the $24 as well. right? Like they own the company that makes the food and they only make $1 on for the grocery store, but how much do they make for the company who makes the food? Right? It's such BS.
Inflation has slowed to 5.9%. The CEO of Empire, which is the company that owns a number of chains like Sobeys, offered a number of suggestions to the government. Among them, reducing congestion at ports, investing in greenhouse farming in order to keep food supply close, doing what the government can do to increase the value of the Canadian dollar, suggesting that all of those are things the government can do to try and address the rising cost of food. Dwight?
I mean, there was talk about the need for a code of conduct for grocers. Are the CEOs receptive to that idea?
That came up a number of times at these hearings, and the calls for a grocery code of conduct. We've been hearing those, calls coming even louder, even back in the fall. This would be an enforceable code of conduct, is what we're talking about. One that would protect.
Keep competition out so they can set prices. Basically, yeah. I mean, I feel like this code of conduct is gonna just be another nothing burger. The thing I'm most skeptical about is that they all seem for this code of conduct. Right, it can just be weaponized.
Consumers, but also importantly suppliers. Suppliers like dairy producers have accused the large retailers of charging fees, taking deductions off of payments, and thereby making the production of dairy products more expensive, and that then gets passed on to the consumer. What we heard from these CEOs who were before the parliamentarians is that they're more or less supportive. But let me play what they said.
Fuck milk. I'll say this right now, all right? You don't need milk. You want milk? Ask your mama.
The code of conduct can be a very positive, part of the industry, but it has to be developed in a fair and balanced way, and we're actively contributing to the conversations that are, hopefully going to get us there.
I think unless we get everyone signed up, it'll be a farce. And I think we can get everyone signed up, and I think we need the help of the government to be able to do so.
That last comment there, that's Michael Medlin. He is the CEO of Empire, and Empire is, as I say, the company that runs a number of chains, including Sobeys. He's quite in support of a code of conduct, but as you heard him say there, it's going to take...
Yeah, fuck fair. We want fair for the people. We want to nationalize these grocery chains. Why don't we just nationalize groceries? We all need groceries. We all have no choice but to buy food from the grocery stores, right? Our only other options are to grow the food ourselves, which not everyone can afford to have the time or the land to do that, right? If the government has to make them act appropriately, why not just take them over? That's what I'm saying. And the unfortunate thing is that even Jagmeet Singh will say, what we need is more competition. You don't need toilet paper, vaccines, baby. You can get this thing called a BUM gun. I'm telling you right now, this will change your life. It's called a BUM gun. It's exactly how it sounds. All right. It's a gun for your bum. I have these installed. You can buy one for $100. You can install them on any toilet, and they'll wash your bum squeaky clean. You still need a little bit of toilet paper, I'm not gonna lie, but they do a nice job. I learned this when I went to Southeast Asia, and I was living there for many years, and everyone has nice clean bums there. And I don't know why, in North America, the richest part of the entire planet, we don't have clean bums. We dry wipe like like some heathens. Anyways.
Take everyone being a part of it, and
only North America uses toilet paper. Just move around the poop. Even animals use they use wetness to clean their own bums because they lick their bums. We can't do that though. But we have running water, and all we need is a hose. It sounds like a bidet. It is a bidet. know about those? You're a landlord and they usually cause floods with poor installation. You shouldn't tell chat that you're a landlord, vaccines baby. You know, we hope you're a good landlord though. Or become a weapon. That is true. I guess true. I guess, but you can wash your own bum, right? You can install them in your own house. The thing is, right? If you're a landlord in Thailand, where I lived, it would be expected of you to have a bum gun in your rental because everybody there knows how to use a bum gun and it's part of their society. Everyone is expected to wash their own bum with water. In Canada, yeah, you're gonna have a rental apartment. You put a bum gun in there, and then like some people will move in, they'll be like, "What is this? Why is there a water gun attached to the toilet?" And they'll start spraying it everywhere, and it will start like leaking everywhere because they don't know how to wash their own bums, right? And it's just it's ridiculous that we live in this society where bum health and cleanliness is not important. This conversation really took a turn. It's more important, all right? More important than the cost of living is having a clean bum, okay? We get a plumber to install if someone wants one. Well, that's nice. That's nice. I'm glad that your tenants have clean bums.
It really spoke to Dwight, who wasn't in the room today. There are American retail giants that operate in Canada's grocery space, namely Walmart and Costco were brought up, and the fact that they were absent and not compelled to answer questions, that was certainly of note.
Yeah, they're competing in the same marketplace.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sarah. For more on this and what we learned at today's testimony, we've reached Colleen Wiseman. She is the academic director and
You do think bringing in other retailers is a good idea, but it's capitalism. Other competition under capitalism, what is going to happen? Empire or Loblaws or whatever. Galen Weston is going to be like, "Hey, look, this is a profitable competitor. Why don't I just buy them out?" Oh no, you mean bringing them into the committee? Oh, true. Right. Yeah, we need cooperatives. You know what? We should tweet this out right now. I'm trying to use Twitter differently and not just use it to promote my content. Peterborough, who wants to open a grocery store co-op? Let's do it. Let's do it. I'm tired of these chains. Tired of these all the grocers. All the grocer chains. All right, let's go. Tweeting it out.